I know that you have advising many big companies, Fortune 100 list, but let's pick Microsoft for the case study. What exactly did you help Microsoft? What did they change?
Well, it's a very interesting case study. So we started working with them about 8 years ago. We'd been working with them a little bit beyond that, about 10, 12 years ago. We helped them in a few ways. But about 8 years ago, Satya Nadella started, and the team brought us in because Satya wanted to really change the culture. And he had a very scientific mind, being an engineer. And he was also very interested in this concept called growth mindset. And they brought us in. What we did was, firstly, we said culture change, or the success of a culture change, is directly correlating to how many times a day people remember what you want them to do. And so a successful culture change is one that everyone talks about every week. And that literally comes down to how sticky your idea is. And so the first thing that we did was we helped them radically simplify their model for leadership, so it's something everyone could talk about and use. And initially they had a leadership model that was about 7 categories with 5 to 10 things in each. So it was like 40 different elements in 7 categories. No one could remember anything. And we simplified that to 3 things leaders had to do. And this is any manager all the way up. They needed to create clarity, generate energy, and deliver success. Those are the 3 things leaders had to do: create clarity, generate energy, deliver success. And we built then underneath that, we built, based on the research, the 3 habits needed to create clarity, for example, the 3 habits for each. So it ended up being a 3x3. But this framework still today is one of the most important and cited and used frameworks in Microsoft. And in fact, they ended up hiring with it, promoting with it, doing performance and feedback against it, assessment, development, everything. So we essentially help them define leadership in a very, very brain-friendly way. And then we built a leadership development solution that was also very brain-friendly, where people learned about the brain itself. So people were becoming better leaders at Microsoft by understanding the human brain moment to moment. And here's the thing, Carm, do you remember The Matrix? Do you remember the movie The Matrix? I think
yes, of course, yes.
Yeah, everyone saw it, yeah. So in The Matrix, towards the end of the movie, Neo suddenly sees all the data streaming down when he's fighting the agents. It's a big moment in the movie because suddenly he can see that what their plan is and why they're doing things, and he can intervene and he starts to win, right? And what happens is when you understand the brain, you're getting a real-time sense of what's happening in other people's brains. And you can actually, a bit like Neo in that scene, is you can intervene very, very differently. You become much more adaptive and resourceful. So what we did at Microsoft is we taught all their leaders and managers how to understand the brain in different ways so that they're more adaptive and more effective moment to moment as leaders. And this has proved very, very helpful for them. They've over this time, they've just skyrocketed. Looks like they'll continue to be really successful. So it really helped them shift their culture. So in short, we created a brain-friendly leadership model and then a very brain-friendly leadership development solution that continues. And then we also help them with how to do feedback properly. We built a feedback model, how to build growth mindset in the organization, and a number of other things. So we're a key partner for them with all of human capital. We do a lot there. So it's an interesting case study, especially because we've seen such amazing success in that organization since we started to work with them.